Alright, so I'm gonna finish up New Kid in Town. My first video, part 1, only took us up to 54 seconds into the song. And if you recall, it ended here. Just to refresh your memory, well, that was, I'm holding 2 on the 4th string, 1 on the 3rd string, open, open, and I'm just picking down. Next move, I bring this 3rd string up to the 2nd fret, 4th string at 4, still with strings 1 and 2 open. I move this up to 6, my ring finger, put my pinky next to it on the 3rd string, and then I bar strings 1 and 2 on the top 2 strings. That gives me 6, 6, 4, 4. Change the 3rd string to 5. So I went from that one. The C sharp minor, bar chord, 5th string root at the 4th fret. So put your first finger across 5 strings. You don't need this one. 2nd finger, 2nd string at 5, the dot. Pinky and ring. Middle 2 strings at 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So on beat 4, I move the bass note over to the 6th string. That note is G sharp at the 4th fret. Just move it right over. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That goes to an F sharp major. This is an E chord with your finger as a capo up on 2. So if we play the E here, change these fingerings, just play an E chord with 2, 3, and 4. Our first finger can become a capo, and when we put it to 2nd fret, this note is F sharp, so the chord becomes F sharp major. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do this 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 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 Next chord is F sharp minor. I play it like this. I put my 2nd finger on the 6th string, and I put my 3rd finger across strings 4, 3, and 2. Like an A chord with a different bass note. I may have said F sharp minor and F sharp minor 7. And that goes to a B7, which has its root on the 5th string, 2nd fret. I bar that across. I put my 3rd finger on the 4th string, 4th fret, and my pinky on the 2nd string, 4th fret. So I'll give you from the 5th string, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember, 3 times. 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. 1 measure of F sharp minor 7. 1 measure of B7 to E. So if you want to add that little keyboard part in there, after you play the C sharp minor and you come to F sharp, you play this note your pinky is holding, and somehow, I say somehow because it depends if you're comfortable using your pinky, I come up to 6 and I slide to 8 with my pinky, and then I use my 1st finger to play 4 again, and I play 6 with my 3rd finger. This is all on the 4th string, the D string. I just thought that was a neat little thing I could throw in there. So if you're not comfortable using your pinky, whatever, don't matter. E chord. Dum 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 dum. So if you want to add that lick, depending on your skill level, you may just want to strum an E, but if you want to play the lick, I'm only playing strings 2, 3, and 4. 2, 2, 2, twice. I keep this down, and 4th string 4, 3rd string 2, 2nd string 4, once, and then I move up. 1st finger on the 3rd string 4, 2nd finger on 5 on the 2nd string, 3rd finger on 6 on the D string. So just playing these 3 strings, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 4, 5. It takes us up to about 1 minute and 17 seconds into the song. Okay, so about 1 minute and 20 seconds, there's a second guitar comes in, plays a part. A comes in here, B, E. So when it hits that A, the other guitar plays this. To this. So what these are, first inversion chords. This is an A first inversion with a high note of V. From the 4th string, 11 with your 3rd finger, 9 with your 1st finger, 10 with your 2nd finger, 12 with your pinky, and it just rings. Now you move this up, but without the pinky, so that you're now at 11. So these are first inversion chords. This is an A, and this is a B. And that brings us to our next lick. This whole lick is all on strings 2 and 3. 9, 9, 9. 7 on the 2nd string, 8 on the 3rd string. Just move this down so it's a 5 and 6. 3 of these. 4 and 4. 2 and 2. 1 and open. These are intervals. These are thirds. You can think of this as a scale, harmonized. Let me get a timestamp for that. At 1 minute and 41 seconds, he repeats this A first inversion. One more time. 11 from the 4th string. 11, 9, 10, 12. Move it up 2 frets without the pinky. And I don't know if I mentioned this, you bar, so you grab strings 1 and 3 with the 1st finger. From the 4th string, 13, 11, 12, 11. Okay, so at 1:45, 1 minute and 45 seconds, you do this again. 2, 1, 0, 0, 4, 2, 0, 0, 6, 6, 4, 4, 5. So at 2 minutes and 7 seconds, the solo starts. I'm going to show you 2 ways to play this, because there's two guitars on here. So it kind of depends on your skill level, whether you can play the second way. I'll show you the easier way first. Now we're going to just be on strings 3 and 4. String 4, 2, string 3, 1. And we want to get up here with our 1st finger on 4 and our 3rd finger on 6. But we're going to slide to it. Not from here. We'll play this by itself. But then we'll kind of make the shape spread across 2 frets. And slide up to it. Then we'll hit this again. Our next destination is 9 and 9. Remember, we're playing the middle 2 strings, and we want to slide to it. We're going to hit it again. next destination is 14 and 13. We slide to that and we hit this again. And we want to get to 11 and 13. So we have two different fingering shapes, either 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. Slide to the first one, but then hit the second one. Don't slide from the chord, but only slide to it. Hit 9 and 9 again. 14 and 13. Hit it again. Don't slide to the last one. Okay, so the interesting thing about the key of E is that we have an open E, which is the root of the key, and we have an open B, which is the fifth of the key. These are ideal notes to have as open strings, because these two open strings are what the other guitar plays. You could harmonize and you could play all the chords in the key of E, E major, with these two strings open. F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A, B. Because we're in the key of E, it works. So I'm explaining all this because on the slide, whenever he slides, if you can, if you're used to using your fingers to pluck. By the way, that's another thing I should talk about. If you're going to play this with a pick, you want to pick from the thumb and the finger, and just enough to hit two strings. It all comes from here, not from the wrist, definitely not from the elbow, in no way it comes from the shoulder. So I'm just pick, control, small units. The smallest unit is the joint, the first joint of the finger. Putting that aside, watch if I do this. When I slide up, what if I grab the two open strings? I try to leave those strings ring as much as possible, so I do this. And I'm grabbing with my thumb and index, but now I'm bringing my middle and ring to play the open when I slide. Thumb and index again. Now you can't bar this or else you won't get the open strings, so I use 2 and 3. Grab all 4 strings. Thumb and index just to play that. Ah, well, wrong chord. And then I hit this by itself. You don't want to hit the open strings on the last one. Sorry, made a little mistake on the last one. Good enough, I guess. Then there's this little lick. This is on strings 5 and 4. Just flat finger it from 9 up to 11 and back. And then we want to hit same 2 strings, 5 and 4. 6 on the 5th string, 7 on the D string. And this is pretty cool because this is a tritone and the chord is at B7, which contains that tritone. Alright. Now for the part that's true solo. Hit 12 3 times on the first string with your first finger and slide to 9. Put your third finger, has to be your third finger on 12 on the second string. Push that up. Down again, but without playing it. You don't want to hear it come down. And this time, the reason we're using our third finger is the pinky will play the first string at 12. And see, we're holding this. It's called bend and release. That last note was 11 on the third string with the second finger. So after I did this, 9, 11, 9, 6, 7. First finger 12 on the skinny string, slide to 9. Third finger up. You don't want to hear it come down. You silently release it, come up again, second string, first string 12. While it's up, release it. First finger 10, second string. So that's why you had to use your third finger, because all the fingering works out. Now your middle finger is at 11. This is major pentatonic, by the way. So because the fingering works out here, we keep our third finger at 12, and that slides us up to 14 on the second string. Now we have our first finger at 12 on the first string, and push it up. Add some vibrato. So I have to do this. Put some vibrato on it. Bend up 19 with your pinky and release it without picking. Pull off 17 to 16, then play 17, 16, pick each time. And then second string 19, 17, 16. Some vibrato at the end there. While this lick is playing, there's a keyboard. So he's leading into the bridge. And if you want to play the keyboard part, strings 2 and 4 only. 11 and 10, 9 and 9, 7 and 7, 6 and 5, 4. So while this, well, let's just repeat myself. We're at the bridge. Now the keyboard does a little lick you may want to copy. These are intervals of a sixth that happen on strings 2 and 4. Ending with a chord. So you put your first finger on 10 on the second string, second finger on 11 on the fourth string, pluck them, don't hit the string in between. Keep your middle finger down, move it to 9, bring your ring finger over to 9. Same strings 2 and 4. So we have two different shapes. We'll go back to the original shape at 13 and 12. Move that back down to 10 and 11. Hit 9 and 9. First finger, second string 7. Third string 8. Fourth string 9. Keyboard plays that. B, 2, 4, 4, 4 on the inside strings. There's so many things that you should have told her. E, open 2, 2, 1, open, open. 2 measures. Back to B. 2 measures. C sharp minor. Before we played it at the 4th fret bass, had an A minor capo. Now we're going to play it at the 9th fret as an E minor capo. It's going to give you 9, 11, 11, 9, 9, 9. The reason we play it here, if you're going to play what they play on the record, is so you can do this. Next chord is F sharp major, which we had before. It's at the 2nd fret. 2, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. So if you were strumming it, you would play like that. But if you want to play what they play on the record, you can't use this fingering, even though this is the chord. You have to play 2, 4, 1, 4. So it's like that. Second finger on 2 on the 6th string. Pinky on 4 on the 4th string. 1 on the G sharp, 1st fret, 3rd string. Back to your pinky at the 4th fret, 4th string. And take your first finger on the 3rd string and slide it up to 3. Still an F sharp chord, just what's called a different voicing. Well, that would be F sharp 9, and then it would slide into that. This note here is the major note. Key pick the chord up here. He played strings 6 and 5 together while he's playing the C sharp minor, 9 and 11. And then he played 4, 3, 2, 1. And then, if you just wanted to strum, you would play C sharp minor, F sharp major. Next chord is an A minor 7. You just come all the way across all 6 strings at the 5th fret, but change the 5th string to 7, play that with your ring finger. Pick this, 1 and 2 and 3. Last thing's a variation. We've been doing it at 2, which in music theory terms is a 2-5 in the key of E. I'm going to play that better. But what's happening here is we're modulating. We're going back to the verse in a new key. So when we play it up here at the 5th fret, still strings 2, 3, and 4, 5, 5, 5, 7, 5, 7. What I'm doing is moving the original lick up to show you that that resolves to G. So it becomes 2, 5, 1. So our next verse is in G. And he does this again. 5, 5, 5, 7, 5, 7. But there's actually a lick here. Give me a second to listen to it and figure it out. This lick has been wrong, I'll show you later, in just about every tab I've seen on the internet. It's like people are just guessing out of thin air. I guarantee you this is right. I've checked it and double checked it. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So because at the end of this lick I want to be at the 2nd fret with my 1st finger, a better fingering choice for these intervals of a 6th that take place on the 4th and 2nd string is to slide up to 9 from around 7 or so and play 8 on the 2nd string with your 2nd finger. 9, skip a string, 8. Then slide 9 to 7. Use your pinky to play 7 on the 2nd string. Grab them both, slide them both from 7 and 7 to 5 and 5. Hit 5 again, both of them. Now, I got my middle finger at 2 on the 2nd string and my ring finger at 4 on the 4th string. And now I have my 1st finger free to just play this note here. Okay, so there's 2 guitars on the next part. I'm going to go over the chords real quick. G, there's talk on the streets of 32. A minor 7, I'm just going to play it in open position. 2 open, 1 to D7. Again. C. By the way, that's the end of our lick here. This note, so that note is part of the C chord. D chord. So when G comes, it's played like this. So after the C chord, D. So when you get to this G chord, so there's 2 guitars here. One guitar plays this. First inversion G chord, 2nd string with your 2nd finger at 8. 7th fret on the 3rd string with 1. 3rd finger at 9 on the 4th string. In case you're curious, this comes, if you could capo a C chord, at the 7th fret it becomes G chord. Anyway, we're only going to play strings 2, 3, and 4. To a totally flat 2, 3, and 4 at 7. Totally flat 2, 3, and 4 at 5. Think of this like an A minor, but played at the 3rd fret and the 4th fret. First finger at 3, ring finger 4, middle 4. We'll move this to 1, but watch what I do here. I'm going to just pluck strings 4 and 2. I'm going to pull off 2 to the open string. After I do that, I'm going to play the 3rd string, which I'm holding down like an A minor chord, and I'm going to play the 1st string. So it's more like, it's like an A minor. And that was also G. There's another guitar overdubbed here. Let me figure out this lick. When I say figure out, I mean review. Let me review this lick here. So we have a slide 14 to 12 on the 4th string, a pull off 14 to 12 on the 4th. 2nd string, 13, 12. Reach back over, grab 12 on the 4th string, go back to 13 on the 2nd string, put it up, add some vibrato. So, one more time while this is playing. Dun, dun, dun. Somewhere around here, we get this. Good enough. Listen to some more of it. You're going to slide with your 3rd finger up to 16. Now from here, but just a couple frets. Your 3rd finger on 16 on the 3rd string. That leaves 2 and 1 to pull off on the 1st string, 15 and 14. Strings 1 and 3, both at 12. Same strings. 11 on the 3rd string, 10 on the 1st string. Okay, so at 3 minutes and 18 seconds, or thereabouts, never forget you till somebody else comes along. First finger at 3 on first 2 strings, slide up to 5. Come back to 3 without a slide. You want to slide from about a fret or so to 3 on the 2nd string, 4 on the 3rd string. You want to use these 2 fingers. Your 2nd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd finger on the 3rd string. Because after you slide here, use your 1st finger to play 2 on the 3rd string. Open, 3rd string. 2 on the 4th string. Slide that down to 1 on the 4th string. 2 on the 3rd string. Open 2nd string. 2 on the 1st string. You may not recognize this chord, but it's just a B7 without the root. A little bit easier to play. It's the 5 chord. We're in the key of E. We're going to have a chorus in the key of E. Three, 2, open on the low string. E minor 7. A, but not here, here, because it's picked. 5th string, open, 7, 6, 5. Come to an A minor, to a B chord, E, E minor 7, A at the 5th fret, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, open, 2nd time, E minor 7, open 7, 6, 5, A minor, B, back in the original key, E. So our first chord in this outro, modulated back to E, is E, open 2 2 1, open open. The next chord is E slash G sharp, first inversion E chord, slash G sharp. Anything after a slash means bass note. E with G sharp as a bass note. Third finger on G sharp, 4 on the 6th string. First finger on 2 on the 4th string. That's our root. Pinky on 4 on the 3rd string. We're going to play an A at the 5th fret, 5 7 7 6. But instead of barring it, we're going to take the bar off so that the top 2 strings are open. And then B chord. Here's why we're going to play the A that way. E. E slash G sharp. A without a bar. Playing strings 1 2 1 after each chord. But not on the B chord. Strings 2 and 3, both at 9. Play that 3 times. Then we're going to split it. 7 on the 2nd string, 8 on the 3rd string. Just move this back, that'll give you 5 and 6. And move it back again, 7 and 8. See, that chord progression goes twice. E, E with G sharp, A, B. But after that it goes E, G sharp, in the bass, A minor. So how do we play an A minor and still get the open? We can't just lift our finger because we won't get this note. So all you gotta do, first finger down on the 5th fret, A, 6th string. Use your pinky to play 7th fret on the D string, and use your middle finger to play 5 on the 3rd string. So we get this. Technically an A minor 9 because it has to be in there. Your 1st string will naturally block the 5th string, so you really don't have to worry if you want to strum. So now we can do it. Put your pinky where your 3rd finger is. So for the fade out, the chords are E, I cannot sing. Everybody's talking, goes to C sharp minor. About the new kid in town. Everybody's talking about the new kid in town. But we still want this. It's fine for the E twice. Everybody's talking about it. So how are we going to play the other one? Hold 2. So we have the same effect, but we don't use the open strings. 4 on the 5th string with your pinky. 2nd finger on the next string with your 2nd finger. 1 on the 3rd string, 1st fret with your index. This chord, root 3rd 5th of a C sharp minor. You may know this if you sweep these, if you're a sweeper. The next note we need is 2 on the 2nd string. So you can strum this, move this this finger over while holding your first finger down and just play 2, 3, 2. Everybody's talking about the moon. And it just fades out. Okay, if you just want to play the chords to this song, simply strum along, I would suggest this pattern. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Long, short, 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 short. E, that's a measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 2 measures of E. E, E again. This is the intro. B, 2 measures. 1 measure of A, 1 measure of B, 2 measures of E. This will finish the intro. Still an E, but it's a first. 1, another E. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and F sharp minor 7 to B7. I couldn't talk and play at the same time. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So that gives us 4 measures. E, another measure to E. Third measure goes bum, 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 bum. That's the 4th measure. 5th measure A. 6th measure B. 7th measure E. 8th measure E. It's an 8 measure verse. But then it repeats. So you're still playing E, but now it's the first chord of the repeat. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. F sharp minor 7 to B7. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. A is measure 5. B is measure 6. We don't play measure 7 and 8. The chorus is C sharp minor to F sharp 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 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 Now 1 measure of F sharp minor 7. 1, 2, 3, and 4. B7. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to the verse. I'm not going to play the whole thing. So that we come out of the chorus the second time. We go back to the intro, which is what he solos over. Here's the chords for the solo. It's almost like the intro. 2 measures of E. 1, 2, 3. 2 measures of B. 1 measure of A. 1 measure of B. E. But you might remember there was a part right before the bridge was coming up. And you could duplicate that by, after you play the B, playing the E. A, E, B, E. And then we're in the bridge. That matches these chords. Bridge. 2 measures of B. 2 measures of E. 2 measures of B. 1 measure of C sharp minor. 1 measure of F sharp. Modulation, we're going to the key of G. The 2 chord is A minor. You just play regular A minor if you want. 1 measure and D7. So that takes you to G. 2 measures. A minor 7 to D7, or you could play it here. Doesn't matter. C, you're just strumming. D, G. Now I'm going to repeat that. B. That's right before this. These chords are E minor 7 to A. Now remember, they played it up here, but you're just strumming, so you can play regular A 3 times. A. Interesting. C. 1 measure. B. So those chords I showed you. E with G sharp in the bass, A, B, twice. Second time, E, G sharp in the bass, A minor. Take us to the outro. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And I'm just playing the standard chords here. Like I'm not playing that A with the open strings. B. Here's the last time. E with G sharp in the bass, A to A minor. Interesting, very good songwriting because it goes to a new part. E, the outro, 2 measures of E to 2 measures of C sharp minor. Everybody's talking about the new kid in town. I don't want to hear it, there's a new